What's up you guys, it's me Pri. Welcome back to my channel. The video I'm making today is because I have a lot of big regrets when it comes to the things that I have put my skin through and put myself through because of my skin. What I want to share with you today are 4 big pieces of advice that I wish I could go back and tell my younger self. And since I can't do that, I'm hoping that these 4 things will help someone out there, whoever watches this. I hope at least one of these things can help you in some way or another. Really, the purpose of sharing these 4 pieces of advice is that I don't want anyone to make the same mistakes that I made. I will definitely make a video talking more in depth about some of those massive mistakes I made, just huge regrets, things that I did that took my skin from problematic to just, a living terror, really. I hope that with these tips, no one will ever make the same mistakes that I made. So let's just get into it. So the very first piece of advice that I would give to my younger self if I could, establish a basic skincare regime and be consistent. Now this is kind of a 2-part tip. So part A of advice number 1 is the basic part, a basic skincare regime. Why I say this is for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that if you have not really established a skincare regime yet, and you're still figuring out what products work for you and what don't, if you are using only 3 or 4 products every day, it's going to be easier for you to narrow down which products work for you and start there. It's a great starting point to have a very basic regime. So for example, if you're using cleanser, toner, and moisturizer every single day and something is causing you to react or break out, it's going to be easier for you to identify within those 3 products rather than looking to the 6 or 7 products that you've just started using all at once and trying to figure out what is causing you to react. Do you see what I mean? And the second reason why I would say start with something basic is because if you're not in the habit of having a regular skincare regime that you do every single day, starting with something simple and basic and easy is really going to help you to make that a routine and make that a daily habit. Just think, just cleansing, toning, and moisturizing, it doesn't take more than maybe 10 minutes out of your day. But if you're starting with a big 12-step skincare routine and prior to that you had no real skincare routine on the daily, that's going to be a big change, and it's not going to be as easy to form that habit if you start with something so drastic. So start with something basic. Now the part B of this piece of advice is the consistency. Now consistency is everything. Think about even fitness or health or diet. Consistency is key. When you're consistent, you really do see the results. I honestly can't remember the last time that I went to bed with makeup on. Being consistent with my skincare routine has helped me so much, and it definitely wasn't always like that. I used to go to bed with makeup on sometimes. Sometimes I even used to go to bed with my contact lenses in. Yeah, crazy things. But when you're consistent with a good skincare regime that works for your skin, I promise you, you are going to see a difference. And another thing in that is with the consistency, be deliberate. If you decided to make a commitment to a skincare routine, even if it's just cleansing and moisturizing, it doesn't matter. When you go to do that thing, be deliberate. Give it your all, do it properly. It's not going to really matter if you kind of half remove your makeup and kind of cleanse and slap on some moisturizer. Be deliberate about it. Do it properly if you decide to make the commitment. Now, if I had to quickly say what I would include in a basic skincare regime, it would be this. A cleanser, maybe a toner. I'm not gonna lie, I don't use a toner every single day because the toner I have contains glycolic and lactic acids. I use it every other day. So you can always start with a good cleanser that works for you, a good moisturizer. If you wear makeup, check out my last video. I highly recommend double cleansing, so you can look into a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil or some kind of a good makeup remover. And then I do recommend using an SPF daily. And that is a good place to start. It's not extensive, it's not crazy, it's very easy, it doesn't take much time, and I promise you, stick with it. You will see some results, and it really does help you to establish good habits. Now, the second piece of advice I would give to my younger self is do your research before you try new products. When I say new products, I don't mean the cleanser, moisturizer, the basic stuff. I'm talking about treatments and serums and stuff like that. If you have not used things like a vitamin C serum, different kinds of acids like glycolic, lactic, AHAs, BHAs, there's all kinds of stuff out there. Retinols, there are so many cool and exciting products out there, and I know we're all eager to try all of them. Especially when you struggle with your skin, it's really easy to get carried away in trying out all the products and trying to find a solution. But trust me, do your research. I say this because some of these treatments can be quite harsh on our skin, and if you start just slapping them all on at once, you can honestly do more damage than good. It is really important to understand in which scenarios certain types of products should be used on the skin. For example, some products shouldn't be used when you have active acne. It's also important to understand the frequency at which you should use all these products. A lot of products are not meant to be used every day, as I mentioned about my glycolic acid toner. And sometimes there are proper pre-care and post-care precautions that need to be taken. For example, if you use a vitamin C serum at night, you really need to use an SPF the next day, and you should actually avoid too much sun exposure. So these are just random tidbits that I've kind of pulled from the top of my head, but you can see how if you don't know about how each type of product works, you really could be putting your skin in more trouble rather than making it better. Now, of course, there is a proper way to integrate all of these awesome products into your daily routine, but just make sure you take it step by step, add them in one at a time, just in case you're going to have a reaction or something. It's good to add them one at a time so you can identify what's causing the issue and learn to use them properly. The third massive piece of advice that I wish I could go back and tell myself, but I can't, so I'm telling you, is talk to a skincare medical professional. I really do stress the medical part of this. I am not talking about the esthetician at your spa or someone at the skincare counter in your department store or even at Sephora. While there are knowledgeable people out there, when it comes to acne and skin conditions, you really want to make sure that your skin is in good hands with someone who is trained and experienced with the knowledge of how to deal with your specific skin type. Acne prone and sensitive skin is just, it's very specific in its needs. Now, as I said, I'm not saying that there aren't people out there who are well educated in acne prone or active acne skin, but it's not everyone, and you don't know who is giving you good advice or not. I have definitely received really bad advice from estheticians at spas who think that they know skin or hyperpigmentation or scarring and have given me very poor advice. But because I had seen a dermatologist, because I have a skin clinic that I visit quite regularly, I can actually filter that information and know what is good for my skin and what's not. So as I've kind of mentioned, the people I'd recommend you go see are a dermatologist or a skin clinic. Now, there are estheticians who work in skin clinics who work under the supervision of a dermatologist. Highly recommend. I have one that I trust so much. I've never trusted anyone else with my skin more, and I will link them in the description box down below if you happen to be in the Ottawa area. I will also add on that note that your general practitioner or your family doctor is not a skincare professional. I have received the worst advice from my GP simply because that's not her role. She's not a dermatologist. And when I did finally see a dermatologist, I was so glad I did, and she actually put me through the proper treatments that I needed at that time. Now, I completely understand that some of these services can be expensive and that not everyone is able to afford it. If you're worried about the cost, do try to book a consultation. Some of these places do offer free or inexpensive consultations, and those can really help. It can actually give you a little bit of insight, help you to understand your skin a little bit better. Maybe you'll get some really useful tips. You just never know. I will add that I actually spent a lot of money on other skincare products and trying to find things at the drugstore or things at other stores that would work for my skin. And when I just wasted money on drugstore products or other random products that I was buying without any proper knowledge, I wish I had just invested that into one good appointment or consultation at my skincare clinic where I go now. And that would have been such a better use of my money and time. Do you know what I mean? So guys, that's a big one. I highly recommend that you see a medical skincare professional. And my fourth and final tip is stop stressing and treat your skin with love. Okay, this is a big one, and I understand that it's easier said than done. I'm not going to get into all the ways that you can reduce stress. Stress is not good for anything. It's not good for your skin. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your overall well-being. Of course, there are many things you can do to reduce your stress, and you can check out other YouTube videos for that. But I will say that one of the biggest things that used to cause me stress when I was at the height of my breakouts was just standing and staring in the mirror. That doesn't help. It's not going to make you feel better. It's not going to help your skin in any way. So please don't do that, because I know we all do it. I'm still guilty of doing that sometimes, but sometimes you just have to remind yourself, this is not helping. In fact, it's just making things worse for yourself mentally. It's causing you more stress. Please don't do it. And I also say treat your skin with love, because I know how frustrating it can feel when you look at your skin and you're not happy with it. I really encourage you to, no matter what, treat your skin with love and care. I always found that when I was at my most stressed and most frustrated with my skin is when I'd make really stupid, rash decisions to do random treatments or use random, really harsh products just to try to solve the problem as fast as possible. And it is such a poor approach to take. And I, of all people, understand the frustration of dealing with this every day. But I really encourage you that taking little steps, conscious steps, treating your skin with a lot of care is going to be so much better for you in the long run than stressing out and being frustrated and trying to just grab all the treatments and random stuff that you can find and the YouTube videos and the tutorials and the DIY masks. Just take it one day at a time. Be kind to yourself, be kind to your skin, and I promise you in the long run, it is going to be better for you and for your skin. Well guys, those are my 4 big pieces of advice that I wish I could give to myself, but I am going to give to you. Please don't make the same mistakes that I made. Some of them can be irreversible. They can be very detrimental. I will get into that in more detail in another video, but I really hope that you leave this video taking at least one piece of advice with you, if you will. And so yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. My other social media accounts are linked in the description box below. If you like this video, please let me know. Give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more acne and skin related videos, and I will see you next time. Bye.